With Love, Meghan is getting all the attention, but not in the best ways, huh, Meghan?
We want privacy. We want privacy. We want privacy. We want privacy.
Welcome to Popcorn Palace. I am Andy Signor, and I'm so excited. Look who is here. It's Christo, the amazing
Hello.
Christo. I feel like that's the most coolest name, magician, everything all wrapped into one. One of my favorite people. How are you doing, sir?
Fine, thank you. How are you? Hello from
I'm
London.
doing so well. I'm actually not. Can we be honest? I think you're 3 episodes in, like me. I am wanting to put a in my head and pull the trigger watching this stuff. But I'm so glad because you're here to watch some of it with me, Christo. Welcome. Thank you for doing this with me.
Thank you. Has anyone ever committed suicide using a fruit plate before? Because this may be the first time.
We definitely could be the first. Well, I'm so honored Christo's here. Before we even get to today's clip, which I'm forcing Christo to watch with me, one of the most infamous clips. We're here because he was nice enough to show up when I went to London to be in my documentary with Hate Meghan. You're a big part, sir, and you're in it a lot. And you had some amazing stuff to say.
I didn't make it into the trailer.
You made it into the other trailer, the divorce doc. You got into the trailer there.
I didn't.
You didn't get into the trailer, but you are all over this thing, man. So stay tuned. If you love Christo, you're gonna love seeing Christo stuff. But thank you for real so much for doing that. You came in sort of last minute at that amazing studio we were in, and such a pro. Brought in so many amazing tidbits. And I've been getting a lot of good feedback on those who've seen it. I'll send you a link if you haven't got access to Patreon. But it premieres. It premiered, I think, already. We already have it out. This will drop after it premiered. But thanks for doing that. It was fun to meet you in London. And I mean, look, it's become an interesting topic. I timed it with this launch because with Love Meghan, it was kind of perfect timing. I'm like, oh, perfect. With Love Meghan, well, with Hate Meghan, we talk about, do you hate her? You're going to learn about that from Christo in the doc. But I guess I want to start with, are you surprised to not see much love as this show has started to premiere over on Netflix?
I tried to keep an open mind when watching it. I did. And look, it's really beautifully shot, right? And there's really nice stuff in it. I mean, but I can't help, and I don't hate her. In fact, I think I'm insanely jealous of her because I would love to just like potter around all day, like sprinkling flowers on things and going about my bees that I have in the garden and sort of making sure that the hive is producing enough honey. Because overall, I don't know who she's talking to. That's my biggest thing with this, is I've no idea who it is she's actually speaking to in this, because there are some hilarious things in it, and I don't think that they are meant to be hilarious in as much as, if you want to make a beeswax candle, just go to your local beekeeper and ask for some beeswax. I mean, I live in South London. I don't have a local beekeeper whom I can go and ask.
You don't? You don't?
I'm afraid I don't. I mean, there's probably a high chance of me being stabbed in the street if I go out, but there isn't much chance of me finding the local beekeeper in South London. So, no, I don't know who it is that she is actually speaking to in this.
Right. Well, not to interrupt, but just to echo what you're saying, like, how much is a beekeeper suit? Just that alone, the setting this up, right? Getting a routine beekeeper on your property to come check in every week that your bees are still producing honey. Yeah. It all seems very expensive, no?
Yeah, and I love the beekeeper, by the way. I would actually want
to watch I want to be friends with the beekeeper.
I want to watch. I want to see a 6-part series on him. I found that actually quite fascinating, and the bits where she was sort of piping in, I was a bit like, shut up, I want to hear what he's saying. And about how some of the qualities and how beeswax actually purifies the air. I was like, you're actually really interesting. I don't want to hear from
what was interesting, like, why did they pick this small house? Like, it's very telling. Like, I'm already like claustrophobic in that little kitchen she's constantly in, and who she's bringing all her guests in. Are you getting the vibe? Was this a worthy location to do this in?
No, it should have been her house. It doesn't make any sense that she's doing this and it's not her house. It's some random set or random prop house that they've chosen. And so she keeps having to repeat it, saying, oh, well, it's lovely to have these beehives. These aren't my beehives, by the way. They're someone else's. And, oh, this is a lovely house. This is my house, by the way. And it's like, well, I don't understand. Who are you entertaining for? And where are you? What are you doing? Do these people know you're in their house? Have you broken in?
Don't you love staying at friends' houses and being forced to take a bath with their bath salts? Do all your friends provide little special treats and stale popcorn?
It's all very nice, right? But who has the time? Literally, if I've got guests, they should be thrilled that I've cleaned the toilet. Do you know what I mean? That I've managed to sort of give the bathroom a wipe down. They should be really, really happy that I've had the chance to do that. The idea that I would have guests staying and I would spend hours making up a homemade jar of bath salts with lavender oil and all of these things and lavender tea bags and all of these things and then popcorn and sweet snacks and all of this stuff. And then the hilarious thing was she had to say, right, and I'm putting all this in a box because he's not actually staying in this house, my friend Daniel. He's staying in my actual house. So we're going to have to transport all this over there. So just do it in your own house.
I can't. There's also all this weird like fake crew interaction where they're constantly trying to. I just had it, but I lost it. There's so much just fake crew interaction. You said it. I said it in mine. Who is this show for? I don't understand who the audience is. And I'm like, sorry, your first guest is your employee. It's like, this guy's your makeup artist for years who worked on your website. Like, sure, you could be friends with your coworkers, but I don't know. The whole thing just feels so weird that your first step out the gate is, I brought my makeup artist who's paid to be here, mind you. Doesn't it all feel a little, I mean, it clearly does. It feels so forced. She's trying so hard.
I loved as well the, do you remember when we first met Meghan and you were so considerate because you got me a cup of coffee. You're amazing, Meghan. You went and got me coffee. What is it? Isn't she so grounded that she got her friend who visited her, who's doing her makeup, a cup of coffee?
It was the other way around. She was the way I thought she liked him because he was on time and offered to bring her room service or a cup of coffee. It was the other way. Maybe I misunderstood it.
He was saying to her, I think, well, that's what I understood, but he was saying to her was, oh my God, you were so kind when I arrived because I got there, room service hadn't started yet. So then you offered to get me coffee when I arrived.
She's so charitable. She's so charitable.
She's such the salt of the earth that she makes coffee. And then we saw at the beginning of the next episode, she's making coffee. Everyone, she makes coffee.
Then she's going to ask, what are you drinking this morning? It's like, girl, they're all drinking coffee. We're all up way too early in this stupid house eating your crappy garden food. Yeah, I'm eating coffee. I want to play this clip. I was teasing it up. I'm probably playing this multiple clip, but I want to get your reaction to this infamous moment that's now all over the web. Here it is, guys.
I used to eat a lot of Pollo Loco.
Always been a fan.
Taco Bell extra hot sauce on the Mexican pizza.
I said it in one of my videos. I don't believe her, for one, that she eats Taco Bell. I just don't believe,
yes,
but anyway.
I have the fire sauce.
Jack in the Box because my mom loved their tacos.
I don't think anyone in the world knows that Meghan Markle has eaten Jack in the Box and
It's so
loves it.
funny too that you keep saying Meghan Markle. You know I'm Sussex now. You have kids.
I gotta pause. Like, what the F's this? You know I'm Sussex now. Mindy, stop calling me Meghan Markle. I'm not Meghan Markle. What is she, Meghan Sussex?
Yeah, she is. She would be, I suppose, Meghan Sussex in the way that the Cambridges are now Wales. So his name, Prince William, when he was growing up, when he was the Prince of Wales, which he still was, but the then Prince of Wales' son was William Wales. So you take the surname of the place that you represent when you're in the royal family. However, what I noticed from that was, heaven forbid anyone doesn't use the full title Duchess of Sussex. I mean, heaven forbid anyone.
God forbid
that she is the Duchess of Sussex. But also, there's a moment.
Are her friends supposed to call her that?
I don't know why she just doesn't.
Because here it is, executive producer Meghan, Duchess of Sussex. It's not Meghan Sussex.
Yeah, Meghan.
I'm still confused. What does she want to be called?
Well, yeah, there are many things.
By her friends, mind you. This isn't even like, this is by her friend in quotations.
But did you also notice the other bit in that part of the clip where there was a moment
I can play it, this part.
Where she was saying, I was a latchkey kid.
Yes.
In the private school you went to. Were you on
I
your way home
really
from the
enjoyed
private school
eating your
before
food.
Father
This dish
Slade
reminded me of
paid
the kind of
for
food
you
that
to
I
go
grew up
to?
eating in California, like that real sort of farm to table fresh, really simple ingredients.
What was your favorite?
Yeah, her farm fresh. So people have already called out the quote. Exactly. She's caught again, Christo. This reminds me of all the fast food I had as a kid. Oh, but then we go to cut to the video. I had a lot of homegrown food from California. What? Make up your mind, girl. Can she make up her mind?
Well, she invents her own narrative and her own past. And I sort of admire that because my God, she just plows on, doesn't she? She has what I've noticed in this series and is that just the absolute breakneck lack of self-awareness at all. And I love as well that in the I mean, Mindy is like dripping in designer labels and gold with makeup troweled on. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen. I think the makeup artist from the episode before stayed on to trowel it on Mindy.
That's why he was a guest. They had to give him a make good. Yeah.
And, I love that it's so the lack of self-awareness in as much as look, do you know what? You can get rid of your party planner and now you can do this yourself. You don't need to employ your party planner like everyone at home has got party planners that are going to suddenly phoning and so oh we can get rid of them. Hurrah, we can save money.
That it's amazing. And again, the tray she's making is literally a plate of fruit. But even this, I'm like looking at this, like, do you know how long this would take to cut and do? Like, who has time for this? Yeah. Who has time to make a huge giant rainbow? If you have actual kids in your life, they're running around, stressing you out, all the stuff that's going on. You got a deadline, you got bills to pay. Who the hell, Krista, has time to take your time and paint a rainbow of fruit that you freshly cut?
Well, that moment was absolutely demonstrated at the start of episode 2 with Mindy, because I love the fact as well. I mean, it makes me laugh more than anything. With listen, guys, Mindy's coming over, and I'm really stressed because I got nothing for her. So I'm going to make her a frittata. I've got nothing in. So here's this perfectly presented basket of eggs, and here's some pre-chopped vegetables, and here's some pre-chopped zucchini, and here are some peppers. Oh, and here are some marinated peppers that I just happen to have because I've got nothing in for her. I'm really stressed.
What's even worse, because you know production, to shoot at this kind of lens, the amount of stuff the B-roll that they're getting, she has to start, stop. All right, let's get you cutting the cue. Like, there's so much moving around as they film this. None of this is real. Like, all these close-ups are all prearranged.
I've got Mindy coming over, and today we're going to make her a frittata. But this like
just something simple.
I've got nothing in. I've got nothing in for. I don't know what I'm going to make.
Look, go get that kale, arugula, everything that's freshly already. Who has that in their fridge?
Well, remember, it's not her fridge.
Her fridge is like a Whole Foods. I can't even figure it out. Again, it echoes is who is this for? Who's going to actually get a tip from this? And even the comfort. There's the frittata, which looks fine. It looks fine. It just looks like it took a long time.
It's amazing, by the way. I think it's all beautiful. I mean, I can't knock the actual the stuff that she's making, though it's hardly particularly complicated. I'm not sure I need to watch a series to know how to bake an egg. But just stick it in the oven and make a frittata. But I think that it's not particularly highbrow. But also, I repeat, this is so painfully upper class and middle class, and I just don't know who the audience is for this.
Yeah, when you can't, bring a crew into your big house, bring them into your fake house, and still have a crew of 80 filming you with a lush kitchen and bath salts and everything in the world. Lavender. Which scent do you want? She's got them all lying around. It is so unrelatable.
That was so funny to me as well. Was one of the most tragic scenes of it all was the party that they had, her and Mindy. There was no one there. It was like this would be what a children's party would be like if we actually had children here and we were in our own house. So it was just the two of them sort of tragically sitting there at this table. And I just thought, could they not hire some children? Could they not get some child actors in to run around and eat the food and things? But so it was just the two of them like, well, this is what it would be like. And it would be amazing. And the children would be really enjoying this. But unfortunately, we haven't got any children here, and we don't want our own to be in this.
It's so weird. Understand. She uses those children so much, but we can't see them, only from the back. It makes no sense. Stop talking about them then. If you guys want to hear more of Christo and I ranting about this, well then guess what? You're in tune, because we're going to be over on Christo's channel filming part 2 of this conversation over on Christo_radio. Go subscribe. He needs way more subscribers, folks.
Come on, I've only just started. I've only been doing it a few weeks, but yes, please subscribe.
Let's get you all over. Subscribe immediately. Go tell them Popcorn Palace sent you. And then if you really want more Christo after that, you can also check him out in With Hate Meghan, which is now over on our Patreon. I've been getting such amazing feedback. Thanks to everybody who's supported over on Patreon and signed up. Episode 2 and 3 will be coming this month. Give me some patience, some time. Thank you for bearing with me. I wanted to make sure we got it out at the same time as this because, of course, we had to. And Christo's all over it with some of the funniest stuff. So always a pleasure. Sure, let's continue this over on his channel. Make sure you subscribe to both channels. Hit that bell for alerts as well so you get notified when we got videos. Smash the thumbs up and leave your comments down below. We will see you over on Christo's and over on Patreon.